Ooh, look on the screen. Look on the screen. Chubby Cheek Nelson and Anorexic Eddie. This isn't new, okay? This happened almost 2 years ago. But I want you to take a look at this video. And, I often say, I did a video months ago and it says, Dusty Sr., Dusty Jr., don't forget, behavior is learned, okay? Dustiness is learned and it's emulated. So more than likely, these are the offspring of Poverty D. And Poverty D does some dirty seeds. Look at this video, fair use. Basically, it seems they approached a homeowner. And, well, I'll let you look at the video. But I have a question for you. As you watch this video, look at the ages. These aren't young children. So you always hear, oh, no father in the home, and he needs to have a dad in his life. What do you do when that Dusty looking about 35? Looking like this? What do you do when that Dusty looking like 35? And then they got Grandpa Dust Bucket. Oh yeah, they got Granddaddy Dusty. He's in on the scene too. So check it out. Fair use.
Newly released surveillance video of the moments before a deadly shooting. Tonight, we're the only ones to show you the faces of the men who police say are the killers. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes.
And I'm Marissa Mitchell in for Sinead Simpson.
Wow, they are something else.
Atlanta police say they found the victim shot multiple times in the front yard of a house on Main Street. They say the men you see in the video are the suspects in the crime.
Fox 5's Morris Diggs joins us with the video you'll see only here on Fox 5. Morris?
No way of knowing if this was the spur of the moment or just a lack of planning, because as you're going to see on the video, the faces are clearly visible. No sunglasses, no hoodies. Look at the top of your screen. A month ago, in broad daylight, something is about to go down.
There's a thin male and a heavyset male that approached the home.
Those two came to this northwest Atlanta street, Main Street. Now, going back to the surveillance video, the homeowner in black steps into the yard.
And they eventually engaged in a physical altercation between the homeowner and the heavyset male. The homeowner actually produces his own firearm, and at some point, while he's struggling with the heavyset male, the thin male produces a handgun and shoots the victim several times.
That resident, identified as Jeremy Charles, collapsed in his front yard. A possible motive? Robbery.
It does appear that there was some type of a connection. Those two came to that home specifically.
Investigators need your help identifying the two in the video. They arrested a man said to have provided transportation. He's an older guy named Spencer Douglas Henry.
You don't have to be the one that pulls the trigger necessarily, but being a party to that crime can land you in serious trouble as well.
Now, that alleged getaway driver, Mr. Henry, who is 50 years old, is spending his 20th evening inside the Fulton County Jail, charged with felony murder. Live from Zone 2 in Buck.
Let's go back to Granddaddy. So he's what? 50 years old. Certified dust bucket. 50 years old. He's the one that's driving the vehicle. So what can you say is the excuse for an ancient dust bucket? And while he looks a little older than 50 to me, yeah, skillet head, 50 years old. And they think the motive is robbery. So what can you say? Look, no father in the home. The man 50 years old. He didn't grow up with a father, but he definitely knows right from wrong. So my issue is, you can't get to a point where you have excuses, and then when you look at it, the other two, they're about in their 30s. Ham Hock looking like he's about, to me, he looked like he about 35. Mr. Poke Chop, he looking like he's about 35 years old. So these aren't children. What's the excuse? Why are the Dusties so violent? You want to know why? Because that's who they are. They have a demonic spirit. That's who they are. Dusties bring drama. Might as well add the third thing. So Dusties bring drama. Dusties bring death. Dusties bring trauma. Financial implication, it's too much dust to the nation. So they kill the homeowner because Pork Chop Hands, the homeowner obviously, pulled out his gun. But if you look at it, Pork Chop Hands was able, I guess, to turn things around. Looks like Pork Chop grabbed the homeowner that had the gun, grabbed the homeowner and turned it, and then the little snicker built one, the little skinny thing, he's the one that obviously did the shooting. So here, wow, hit a popping. See, I'm gonna go up just a little bit. I want you to see. Look at Pork Chop Hands. Look at Pork Chop Hands. Oh yeah, I thought he was gonna get got. So Pork Chop Hands, he's trying to shoot. Pork Chop Hand gets a hold of the gun. And then the little snicker built one, this one right here, does the shooting. So what's the excuse? They were there to rob. Well, a reporter that they're thinking the motive is robbery. What is the excuse? Why couldn't they go and if they can't get a job, you can go do something. See, these Dusties, they've been pampered. Well, we can't find a job. People with felonies find jobs. It's not the job you want. You think you too good for certain things. And they don't want to work a 40, 60-hour week. When you're a business owner, man, a 40-hour week is nothing. A business owner can easily put in 60 to 80 hours a week. Try maybe having more than one. 40 hours, that's a joke. That's a walk in the park. And you think you're really doing something. So they can't get a side hustle. Look at their ages. These are not teenagers. No father in the home. It's always some old mammy juice excuse, and it's getting tired out. And then look at this right here. It's Senior Dusty. Senior Dusty, the senior dust bucket, is driving a getaway car. Do you really think he didn't know what those guys were going to do? So no more excuses. I see in the BC, we like to try to put together a lot of excuses. Oh, well, he had a bad start. It's a lot of people that didn't grow up with a father in the home. And sometimes not having a father in the home, if it's a dust bucket that's going to teach you to be a criminal, sometimes it's a blessing. Or she a single mother. Are your kids alive, well, and fed, not being abused? You had that dust bucket in your home. The kids, man, how many dust buckets have killed children? Being chested and molested and everything while the mama's at work. How many have the mother goes to work, come home, and dead? So if you're a single mom raising your child, and don't let somebody try to put this badge on you. Oh, you a single mama, you a single parent. What the Dusties don't seem to realize, that's more an indication quite often of the men not being there. You can be in your child's life and not be married. But a lot of women are doing it themselves. That's why nobody in general respects this on the screen. That's why. They know the MO. That dust bucket MO is either spilling over into other communities. So let's see. I wonder who's wrong. All these single baby mama black women, and then you look up at the Latina, you look up at the Asian women, you look up at the white women. Hey, a lot of these girls are single parents. Look at the child. There's a denominator. Dust bucket. There's a denominator. So that poverty D. That's why I say what I say, poverty D. That poverty dick will make your life sick. This on the screen, 50 years old, should be looking at his portfolio, some kind of retirement, and say, hey, let me check my finances. I'm 50. That to me, that's a common sense I would be thinking to do. Okay, how am I financially? 60, 65, 70. You don't want to outlive your money. Any financial advisor will tell you that. But I know a dust bucket doesn't think in those terms. He can barely see past Friday. He wants a quick lick, quick lick. So this on the screen, the older dust bucket, and the other two don't. Let's not get it twisted. Those aren't children. What's the excuse? You have to accept people for who they are. And these dust buckets are evil. Evil, demonic, and they are lazy, non-productive. When you see them, don't feel sorry for them. They come bumming around for some money. I wouldn't help them. They can get off their lazy behind and get a job like everybody else. Go collect some cans or do something productive. So look on the screen. This is the old 50-year-old, the certified, in my opinion, dust bucket. And look what he's doing. He's driving. He probably got so many, I bet he probably has, I wouldn't be surprised, a prior felony. That's why he's doing this mess right here. So ladies, you see a dust bucket, have no sympathy. This dustiness, it is self-inflicted. Dusty Senior, Dusty Junior. And don't be surprised the other two that were in the yard. Oh, I'm sure some old Dusty, some low life, low self-esteem woman is the baby mama or girlfriend and will stand by her man. So look on the screen. Look on the screen. At this age, what's the excuse for a Dusty at this age? Non-productive. What is the excuse? He didn't have a father figure. This fool 50 years old. Are you kidding me? He didn't have a father figure. So he been in the universe all this time and doesn't know right from wrong? It's no excuse. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. This is what a Dusty do. Anyway, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. But it's just sad. In the community, it's choices. And these men that are dust buckets, it is a choice that they have made. They're not a victim. They are the ones that they make victims. Like the man that was murdered came out of his house. Have no sympathy. You see a dust bucket on the street corner begging for some money. No, I wouldn't. I used to feel sorry for them. Oh my goodness. Maybe they were having a hard time. No, not anymore. I ain't giving you jack. I'm not giving you jack. And if they get aggressive with somebody, I hope they lay them flat. I'm out. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.